Fucking car going. Oh, quit working? Really? You quit working, you bitch? Okay. It's not even cold out, but I thought I'd look a little bit more like a hooded warlock instead of a non-hooded warlock. Right about now. So, hooded warlocks are kind of cool. Getting some fire, put it in my weed pipe. I don't know where my other weed pipe is, but yeah, put some fire in there. Local fire, not something from a dispensary, none of that shit, but you know, good weed type of deal. Looking good ass weed. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, bitch, fuck up. Yeah, man, pull some of my fucking hair out so you can see I actually got long hair, bitch. I ain't one of them fuckers with balding hair or fucking. If I do got balding, man, you would never know it. I mean, it's a little bit up there, you know, some thinning. Fine hair is what it's called. But I don't really have balls. Be right back. Getting some coffee. Five, you got it? Got it? You got it, Five? Good boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it scared somebody right out on my stream. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? They were like, they had to leave my stream. Shucks, peanuts. They had to leave my stream. Shucks, peanuts. Shucks, peanuts. So I don't really have a topic. Just smoking some weed. Might be short if no one comes in. But probably won't be 5 hours long. That's how I roll sometimes. So last night I went on the radio with SP Romney, and I'll do that again in the future. You get to hear me talking the radio. You can also call in. There will be times where I do other things right here with the internet or whatnot, and I just provide it right here in front of you because I got my phone right here, and you know I can provide what it is I'm doing. And maybe I can give you a tutorial how to pick your butt without a napkin and no underwear, and still come back with a clean cherry smelling finger. Stuff like that, you know, real simple, non-complex type of stuff. Yeah, one time I was in Vegas and this, I don't know, she's like 13, 14-year-old girl. She just plummeted her finger up her ass to pick her butt with her parents, but her parents had brought her over to the side of the construction site that when they were building City Center in Las Vegas, and I guess she took it as a good opportunity to just jam her finger way up in her ass and pick her asshole right there in front of everyone. That was her choice, and I won't say what I did, thinking in my mind as I'm walking by, but you know, I probably snickered a little bit as well. It's pretty funny. I mean, she was digging for it. It looked like she's trying to get enough energy from the swinging of the arm to just plummet all the way through her ass cheeks and get to the asshole so she could itch it. And otherwise, it'd just be one of them cantankerous, kind of like they're fondling themselves trying to itch their asshole type thing. So I think she used, proper etiquette to do it. She just kind of like swung her arm up like it was part of a circus ride, and then it just came down, and kinetic energy just infiltrated that fucking butt cheek and got right to her asshole in a small amount of time, so possibly less people saw it. So she was actually using good tactics to pick her asshole. But yeah, I hate that when I feel like I got to pick my fucking asshole. I'm walking through a goddamn casino or something. It's like, God damn it, motherfuckers! It not only is it itching, maybe I fucking had a little saucy wet fart, and now I, because I didn't think it was that saucy. Now, now only itches, but it fucking feels a little saucy down there. It's like, I'm gonna have to go fucking wipe this shit, even if it takes my underwear to do it. Yeah, I know you guys have had those days. I know you guys have had those days. Cheers. I think you couldn't even get a better video if you just caught people doing that all the time, and just took it on video. Kind of like the Black Lives Matter people, just jonesing for another black guy to die on camera. You could just go around, take pictures of people picking their ass, and fucking have a viral video in no time. But it would probably take 3 or 4 years to get up enough of them picking their ass in public. But in public, it would be even better. But, a lot of these guys on YouTube, and I could mention some names, they purposely set it up to make it look like it's stuff happening on the subway in New York. And it's all a routine. So anyone who's fallen for that shit, it's a routine. They don't wait for shit like that to happen. No, they go out and they create the scenario and the circumstance, and then they videotape and act like it's real. And it's not. It's so fucking not real, okay? It's not even cold out here, by the way. I got 3 shirts on for almost no reason. And how's everybody? There's 3 people. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Hey, I'll tell you what it is. God made assholes so we would all feel, like infantile and inferior. So that's why. Because if God exists, it's an inside joke. Get it? It's an inside joke. Straight up. Brenda, come on, man. It's funny to bring stuff up like that, especially like if somebody's shitting in a Walmart fucking alcove. That's funny. It doesn't have to do with assholes. It's just shit. Similar, closely related, but not the same. If you have an old black guy shitting in a Walmart and it's on live PD, that's some good stuff. I don't know where you get your entertainment, but that is some funny fucking shit. Anything to do with asshole shit and spillage and leaking anus is fucking a riot. I love women's assholes, yeah. I like women's assholes. I can deal with a woman's asshole to the point, and I've already been into some animal intestines that had, like, I guess they don't clean the shit out all the time. In those animal intestines they sell, and you can put them on tacos, and I did. But I could taste the shit. It had no flavor. I couldn't taste it is what I meant. I could not taste the shit. I bit into something. It was smushy like shit. I said, oh, they didn't clean this one, but there was no flavor of shit. And that's a commonly Mexican common food of Mexico. And actually Native Americans eat farm animal intestines as well. And, if Howard Stern had a show and he never brought up assholes, it'd be boring. So, yeah, it's funny. Fucking assholes are funny. And it would be even funnier to have a contest to see who has the most butthole wrinkles. Now, see, then I could just blow Howard Stern out of water. If I could get some people on a panel and blur it out, of course, but just count them and have it all blurred out, but just personally count the butthole wrinkles and then just go, okay, you win. You win $1,000 prize and hand it to them. Literally get $1,000 ready for a fucking prize and just say, okay, whoever's got the most butthole wrinkles will get $1,000. Oh. Hey, Brenda, if you hang out, I was gonna um, call this. Maybe I'll do it earlier or later. I don't know. Maybe if you hang out, call this radio station. I mean, I could bet that Howard Stern has tried not to fix on assholes, but I'm sure he's brought it up a lot in his fucking shit. Pun intended. All right. Well, yeah. What time is it? 6:39. Okay, that show ain't even on yet. So what are you doing, Brenda? But yeah. Oh shit. Hey Brenda, what are you doing? Your boyfriend's not around or what? I guess you're at home by yourself with your lonesome. Hey, sooner or later, Brenda, I'm going to get you on a panel when we have a really good subject to conquer. Okay, like I'll fucking get you on the panel. Maybe in the future, if I get enough subs, I'll give you a moderator job. But I don't think you'd want to do that because you'd be juggling your boyfriend and time to fucking moderate and shit. But I could get you on a panel and your little window picture of you would show up here, kind of like Skype, you know? But I guess I'd have to have a decent topic. And, you could just sit on the sidelines and not say a whole bunch. Maybe let someone else on a panel if I decide to get more than one on a panel. Okay. Well, you always pop in when you're getting ready to sleep, but that's not your fault. That's my fault for starting my stream past your bedtime, actually. But thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. You didn't have to go there with the assholes. It's an inside joke. God, if God exists, which I don't believe he does, but if he did, that would be an inside joke. Yeah. All right. All right, whatever. If you go to sleep, leave your tablet on then. It'll look like somebody else is in my fucking chat. Or, I mean, my live stream. Yeah. Yeah, it will. You could leave that bitch on all fucking night, or well, as long as I'm doing my stream, and it would look like there's more than whatever in the fucking shit. So think about it that way. Now, there's some people that'll actually have their fucking videos play loops, but they're from other accounts, from other people, moderators, and so forth, so that they can quagmire the fucking what the and so they can help their channel. That's all. I don't do that. Hassles are funny. You know what? I have been right up there in one of my girlfriend's assholes before with my fucking mouth. What am I going to do? I couldn't help it. It's just like instinct took over and fucking, I don't even think a caveman was that chancy, but I fucking went there. She liked it too. She went and took a shower though. She was like, maybe I better take a shower before he starts licking my anus again. So she went and took a shower. Yeah, but if you leave it on, this video will fucking there'll be an extra person in here, man. Nobody will know. Shit. Nobody will fucking know, okay? Nobody will know. For God's sakes, Brenda, why are you so cruel sometimes? You're gonna shut it off, and then I'm gonna have one less person up in my live stream. And you can always wake up 10, 20 minutes later when you go pee to say, hey, I just went to go pee, saying hello again. Something like that. All right. Well, anyway, I was talking on a previous video about Henry Rollins. I forgot his name from Black Flag. He tried some comedy and it sucked. Go look up Henry Rollins comedy. It's just so horrible. Guy is so not funny. And he looks like a junkie nowadays. He really does look either that or he's got injuries. Henry Rollins looks like he's got fucking injuries. Like if you see him do his comedy act, he just kind of waddles around like he's got plates in his joints or something. I don't know what happened to him. He maybe has something like MS or I don't know the fuck happened to him. But I really didn't really care too much for that bullshit. And then when he did his first interview, Henry Rollins was such a piece of shit. His first interview, one of his first interviews, yeah, Henry Rollins is from Black Flag, but he's also a singer, hardcore. You probably wouldn't, maybe you'd like it. I don't know, Brenda. But anyway, so right now, like these days, what's he doing? Well, like I said, he tried comedy and he sucked at comedy. Henry Rollins is not funny. Okay, look, let's look. Let's just look. Let's just look at Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins comedy. 4 years ago, 2 years ago, he's okay. Here's his. Oh, he did stand up in 1998. My bad, but you know what? He still sucks at it. There's no updated stuff, I don't think, but he sucks at comedy. He really does. Well, here's his music. If you're still here. Oops, that wasn't. It's me, Five. It's just me. Hold on. Let me get this set up a little better. Five, shut up. It's just me up here. This isn't him. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Oh, it is him.
I'm Henry. You're the man. You are awesome. No one knows where the El Rey Theater is. No one's gonna come. Hey, LA. I'm dead. I'm dead. Why can't I just be myself? And who is that anyway? I am the king of spoken word. You can do this. You can do it. I can do it. Right. You can do it right.
Okay, well, anyway, that's shitty. All right, let's go look at his stand-up routine that I thought sucked. If I can find it. Shit, he did this shit long ago. He was doing comedy, I guess. I didn't know it. He sucks at it though. He really does suck at it. Oh, here's his dumb interview. Look at this dumb interview he does. He treats this kid like shit in Black Flag.
Hey, here we are with Black Flag. So, here you guys got a new lineup. You're new, more or less.
Yeah, my name's Kira. I joined late October. I play the bass.
Okay, and so you guys, what's your new sound? Are you going a little slow, heavy metal, kind of? Maybe?
A little bit zany, a little bit wasted.
It's kind of wild. So how's your tour going so far?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Why don't you just hold the microphone and talk? You look like you want to say something.
Okay, man. This is an incredible youth we have here. What the heck do you call this thing?
It's called a cue or a tail. Cue is English.
I see, man. And looks like you're going for a little punk rock and a little heavy metal and a little rockabilly. A little crazy here. A little skate, a little tie-dye. So what direction are you headed in?
All directions, more or less.
I see. So you're kind of everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Would you consider this a forward motion, or are you just kind of like running around like a chicken without a head, or kind of flailing your arms, or yapping like a little dog? So what is your scam?
Just fucking around, more or less.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you very scene conscious? I mean, do you get into the scene? Does the scene make or break your thing? I mean, do you care about your scene? Do you support your scene?
Yeah.
Do you think about your scene before you go to bed at night?
You mind if we fuck some of the girls in your scene?
We could do that.
We can?
So it's okay with you?
Should fuck till they're pregnant, so they get in trouble, and then leave town.
Oh.
We don't want them here.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, that's a long interview, and he's just a kind of a prick to the kid. I don't know, man. But the kid takes it, no issues. Like he expected it. Probably was told ahead of time. Henry's gonna say stupid things or whatnot. Yeah. And but
I did go to a Black Flag gig in St. Louis, North St. Louis. Very, very, very hardcore neighborhood. And but they did go in there to play because it was cheap to rent those places. I forget what kind of hall it was at one time, but it was still standing and nobody burned it down and people rented it. And we went to see Black Flag there. And when I first went with my friend, he was dressed like a prep, and I told him, "Bro, man, why do you come to a gig like this dressed like a fucking prep? I mean, you'll be lucky to see one motherfucker, skinhead in here with a goddamn plaid shirt, let alone a prep outfit." And he just was laughing like it was no big deal. We went in there, and the whole time people were staring at him like he's a fucking circus act, man. I was like, there was skinheads at Black Flag, and there was the normal punks at Black Flag, but you couldn't really get away from the skinheads. They came to the Black Flag. What are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? Tell them they can't pay for their ticket? I don't know. Back then we didn't even have rules like that. We just whoever came in, and then the skinheads would stay in their area and the normal punks would stay in their area. And they were the kind of skinheads, they all had the fucking shit hanging off their uh fucking suspenders hanging off their pants. Nobody actually wears the suspenders. They just have them hanging off their pants. Straight up white supremacist to the fucking nth degree. But you know what? It didn't really matter because people just took on that persona as punk rockers because they got tired of the punk scene. So they weren't really as much as white supremacists as you might think. They were just more or less posers, is my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And in many cases, that is the case. A lot of these guys are fucking posers. They're not really fucking this or that. One time I got on a bus in Vegas and these guys got on, they had straight up Nazi uniforms. Both of them. They weren't going to a Halloween party. It wasn't a fucking Halloween. They were trying to act like the most skinhead you could possibly be, included with the fucking whole full fucking uniform and Nazi tags and everything. And I just looked at them like, and they were just kind of giving me a dirty look from the back of the bus. I was like, bros, you don't have nothing on me. I fucking whip both of your asses. And I'm looking at them like, but it doesn't matter whether you're fucking whatever you get into, good for you. But it sure the fuck really looks stupid. Yeah, it kind of looked like, it almost looked like it should be fucking Halloween when they had that shit on. I almost felt like saying something, but I didn't say anything to them. I just was like, you know what, man, these guys are trying to act badass for what? Because they got Nazi tags and shit on and fucking fatigue uniforms, the whole fucking 9 yards from the German fucking Reich. And I was like, yeah, okay, like that's gonna make you any tougher, dude. No, you're gonna end up running into problems. It's like this one guy I knew, he had a gun on the outside, but he was a drug dealer. So every time somebody saw his gun strapped to him, they fucking, he ran into a few beefs. He got shot at a few times. He probably thought I shot at him a few times. But no, that guy, he just attracted fucking people with pieces, and he would fucking, finally got off that kick and went and got it concealed, I think, eventually. But I don't think he could have gotten it concealed because he got I think, a rap for something or other. So he probably lost a lot of his gun rights. I was kind of glad because I suspect he may have shot at me once because he was a paranoid type. He would sell weed, but he was paranoid about everyone he talked to. And you could always know that this guy doesn't even need to be on meth. He's already paranoid. Five, stop it. What are you doing? He's already paranoid. And of course, he tried to cover it up and act like he's a mellow liberal pothead. But no, you could tell he was always fucking asking you questions and double checking the. One time I went to his apartment. Sorry if the fucking shit's shaking. One time I went to one of his apartments, and the people he hanged with were complete assholes. This one guy, I guess because back then I kind of looked kind of intimidating. I had some muscles left over from my youth in Vegas. And when I was at a parties, no one ever had the muscles that I did. And so I would go in and I was at his party and I was just making some comments about how he built a wall inside the apartment, I guess without the guy's permission. And I'd mentioned it. It seemed like it pissed off one of his friends that I would even bring it up. Maybe the friend thought that I was going to potentially say something about it or something, but I was like, no, I would ask somebody, is what my point was. I would ask to build a wall in an apartment complex, not that they would ever fucking in a million years say, yeah, sure. But anyway, so he did that, and then I questioned his sanity, so to speak. And his friend got pissed at me, and he was a skinny little faggot. He was skinny, but you know what? He had a rusty knife, and I was saying, "Man, that's a rusty ass knife." He goes, "Yeah, it's perfect for using on somebody." I said, "Oh yeah, man, you use that on anyone around here, and I'm sure you're going to have more problems than you can even deal with, thinking that that alone is going to take care of the problem." And he looked at me like, "Oh, it could very well." And he started to walk towards me. I'm just standing there like, "Well, I'm not going to move. So if you use it, you use it. If you don't, you don't." And he didn't use it. And I just said, eventually I left the party, and that's how I take care of my business. I mean, I was like, I'll fucking defend myself from that little fucking butter knife with rust. It wasn't a butter knife. It was a steak knife with rust on it. And he was acting like he was going to do me. And I was like, "Man, that shit would break. Fucking just trying to stick it in me, bro. That fucking thing would break." And he got all mad that I made that comment. You try to stick that in somebody, it's going to break before it even gets a fucking inch in there, bro. You won't even hit a vital artery. Even a prisoner would make a shank that goes in. That shit ain't going to go in. He got so insulted by that. Yeah, that was fucking hella funny. And the dude that was carrying the gun on the outside, he attracted gangsters for that, because he had the gun on the outside of his shit. And whenever he got off to a 7-Eleven or had to get gas, they would drive by and fucking know where he was and who he was and what he was doing. And he ended up getting in trouble eventually. And I think he probably got, pinched or whatnot. All right, see you later, Brenda. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. I might not keep this going. I don't want to talk all night tonight. So, but I am going to smoke some more weed. Well, we'll see how long I decide to go. And then I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with people that are constantly fucking, doing hardcore felony shit or not, but I had to live in that kind of situation where it was constantly present, and there's no way to get away from it. And you just, at the time, um, I was kind of like under house orders from my sister to send her money every week, and so I really couldn't fucking spend too much on the surrounding uh, availabilities that were there. So I just used my just a budget, and I just fucking did it occasionally, just so I wouldn't look like somebody out of place over there. Because sometimes you move to a new neighborhood in Vegas, you don't know what you're getting into. Because some of those neighborhoods are run by like street mobsters. The entire neighborhood is run by fucking street mobsters. And when I say that, I mean like as in they know who's coming and going and who's who, and more information than you want to know that they know about. And that's how they do their home invasions too. Not that they're going to do them in apartments, but they gain a lot of information, about people living around there. And on a couple occasions, one of the guys who was pimping underage girls, and I just found out like when they started showing up in the parking lot over there, and at the Pines, I think that was called what it was called, the Pines or something like that. And those it would always come to our parking lot and let them out to run and scurry or stay in the car if the cops didn't let them out. And they'd always park that shit in front of my place. And I just used to go, man, that they park their shit with underage shit my fucking parking space where my fucking apartment is. So I would have cops like all over the place all the time to the point where it actually became almost funny in the sense that well, there's no way they're going to just fucking out of the blue come knock on my door just because the car's there. But I was still pissed off. That shit was crazy. And that would always happen. Yeah, those guys would pimp underage girls, man. 12, 13, 14, straight up human trafficking in that neighborhood. Straight up. Fade to black.
The results strongly support that these beings are not closely related to any known organism.
Sorry, I'm doing something really quick. Not that it matters. I don't really have a topic right now, this split second. So apologize and as DLF would say in advance. I'm just doing something right now. I was gonna go to Fade to Black, but I don't know if you're entertained by that or not. So I don't know. I had it on and now I can't find it. What the fuck happened? Did his stream end? Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. Oh, it is live. Wait a minute. That's not live. The fuck? Fucking, this is not live. What happened to his live stream? Huh, it says live, but when I go to this is live.
Bespoke radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
The game would change the game. Game changer. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network, KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985. You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah. Today's Thursday, September 10th, 2020. Yeah, man. "254 days into the new year, only 112 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Today is Thursday. It is Fader night. That's right. Open lines all night long. A call-in number. Take a pen out, pencil, paper. 747-228.
I do a super chat once in a while and I pay him. Yeah.
747-228-2051. Oh man, what a week! What a week! What a week!
I wonder if they're having live calls.
UFO week here on Fade to Black. Last night, Kevin Estrella. What a great conversation last night. And I mean, to go through and think about what we do each night here on Fade to Black. And I'm talking about, what we're going to do tonight on on Fader Night, which is the obvious things, which is UFOs, conspiracy, time travel, the supernatural, the paranormal, and lost history, and everything else that we discuss on a Fader Night. And it's always UFO week here. But what I like to say, because we discuss UFOs and ET every single night on the show, but there is the conspiracy umbrella and what is underneath it, because so much falls underneath that, and you picture an umbrella with strings hanging off of it, reaching to all of these subjects, and how they just seem to be connected. And then you've got science and the conspiracy that is there too as well, and history and what is being taught in the schools. It's a very strange thing. And today is September 10th. More on that in just a minute. But here we are in the middle of UFO week here on Fade to Black, and we're about to kick off another night of open lines. And I've got Coast to Coast this weekend on Saturday night. I've got Jacques Vallée as my guest. I've got John Greenwald coming in for the first hour to talk about the news that he is breaking once again about the Pentagon. And it's another night of UFOs over on Coast on September 12th. So, yeah, that's what makes this show for me so important. So 747-228-2051. We'll open up the phone lines at the bottom of the hour.
Phone lines
We are
open.
working on the next couple of episodes right now of the H Factor. You can check out the first 3 episodes of the H Factor right now over on our YouTube channel. It is called Game Changer Network. Right there on YouTube. I think it's like YouTube/Game Changer Network, I think is the URL for that. I could be wrong, but it's something pretty close to that. You can find it. Got it up in social media as well. All right. Let's get this show moving along. It's my favorite night of the week. I'm really looking forward to the conversation tonight. And what you want to do? Yeah, what a week. Yeah, I agree. That's from Judy. Judy. Yeah, I know. What a week. I mean, just an unbelievable week on the show. All right. Where am I at? Yeah, that Peter Davenport show messed with me. Ah, man, what a week. What a week. Okay. Crystal Skulls. I've got them right here in the studio. You can see them right over there. I get my crystal skulls from one source, Carolyn Ford. You can go over to her website, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com, and get yourself your own crystal skull. Use the promo code Jimmy right now. Jimmy, 10% off of your order today. All of her crystal skulls are imprinted. They sit right next to Einstein, the ancient crystal skull of knowledge. That's right. Okay. EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. The banners, links, all your info is over at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Follow me on Twitter at, there's Emma Peel. Yeah, Diana Rigg passed away. Yeah, found out earlier today. Messed with me. I love that show. I forget about what's his name. Doesn't even matter. It was Emma Peel that made that show. She wasn't afraid to fire a machine gun. Diana Rigg. Rest in peace. All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. At JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox on Twitter. Hashtag F2BQ is Fade to Black Questions. You can post all of that right there. You can also email Jimmy at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Let's get to the breaking news. Setting the tone for some of the conversation that we will be happening tonight. Let's see, Jason President. Happy Fader Night, everybody. TTSA is an organization that doesn't know what it is. Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
You
Go
got
eat your
that
damn
right.
dinner.
Yep. And Elf is drinking in his
Don't
coffee. I'm drinking
start
mine.
whining.
Forget the guy, for God's sakes. What
Go
happened
finish your
to
dinner and stop
the ice
whining.
cream?
Stop it.
What?
Stop
Okay,
it.
I missed it. You know what? I missed the first part of the tweet.
That's too bad. You didn't have a day to
All right,
yourself.
where am
That's
I
too
at?
bad.
Check this out. And he kind of knew about this. I mean, he felt this coming. You live in the United States. Well, in the newest Social Progress Index, out of 163 countries assessed worldwide, the United States, Brazil, and Hungary are the only countries in the world in which people are worse off than when the index began in 2011. And the declines in Brazil and Hungary were smaller than that of the United States. The United States, despite our immense wealth, military power, and cultural influence, ranks 28th in the quality of life, having slipped from 19th in 2011. The index now puts the United States behind Estonia, the Czech Republic, Cyprus, Greece, and 22 other countries. The United States ranks number 1 in the world in the quality of universities, but it's ranked number 91 in access to quality education. That's right. Basic education. The U.S. leads the world in medical technology, yet we are number 97 in access to quality health care. Who's number 1? Norway. Norway comes out on top in the 2020 edition, followed by Denmark, Finland, and New Zealand. South Sudan is in last place at the bottom, with Chad and the Central African Republic just behind. The statistics were compiled before COVID hit. So we'll have to wait and see how much more we're going to drop in the rankings next year. There you go. That's how you kick off the news here on Fade to Black. Yesterday, Portland, Oregon is in the news, but not for what you may think. Portland, Oregon banned the use of facial recognition technology by city departments, including local police, as well as public-facing businesses. Businesses that face the street, such as stores, restaurants, and hotels. That's right. Portland joins a growing number of places in the United States, such as San Francisco, Oakland, and Boston, that have outlawed city use of surveillance technology, which is meant to identify a person from an image of their face. Yeah. All right. I reported on this last year, and it's pretty sensational. Well, the testing is now complete because a block of lasers that can display advertisements in the sky, right, has been tested in the stratosphere by a Russian company called Avant Space. Avant says that its constellation of satellites will eventually be the brightest star in the night sky, comparable to the brightness of Venus. Their technology underwent testing this weekend of its light level, which was completed successfully. Once the lasers are operational, they will function as advertising space in the sky, allowing companies to illuminate the world's cities with their branding. Imagine Nike, right? Nike. Just think about that. In space, it's going to happen. AT&T, Verizon, Ford. Yeah, trying to think of a Russian company. I can't think of a Russian company right now. But think about it. Think about it. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, in the sky. KFC, finger looking good. It's going to be like right here. With such a vast audience, entire cities, the company says that the price of advertising per customer will be cheaper than anything else out there. And that includes TV or billboards. Now, according to the International Air Transport Association, the IATA, providing a single dose of the vaccine for coronavirus to 7.8 billion people on the planet will require the use of 8,000 Boeing 747 cargo aircraft. Now, there's two kinds of 747 cargo aircraft. There's the 747-400F, and there is the 747-8. Okay, those are the two. And that's it, right? That's it. There's other cargo planes, but they are saying 8,000 Boeing 747 cargo aircraft for a lot of different reasons. One, obviously, it's the biggest. That's the number one. It's the most in use. And two, refrigerated. All right. So those are the criteria coming into play. But as of today, there are only 266 747-400Fs and 130 747-8s in the world. Trip on that. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, okay, all right, so there's 400 of them. Jimmy, there's 397 of these aircraft. So obviously they're going to have to fly double, right? They're going to make 2, 3, 4 flights, and they'll make up for it, and then eventually you can get to that magic number of 8,000. Not so fast, kids. It ain't that simple. Really. And it's the countries that own these aircraft, too, as well. It's not just the United States. Think about that. It's a crazy number. All right. Now it's time for me to freak you out. You ready? Amazon has named Keith Alexander, former NSA National Security Agency chief and head of U.S. Cyber Command, to head its board of directors. Now, Amazon said that along with the 11-member board, Alexander will also join Amazon's 4-member audit committee. Alexander currently serves as co-CEO of IronNet. Yeah, IronNet, the cybersecurity company, a company that he founded back in 2014. But it was under Alexander that former NSA contractor Edward Snowden leaked classified documents in June of 2013, revealing the work of the agency's spying and data collection programs. And that who is sitting at the head right now, chief, right there, for the board of directors of Amazon. I'm just going to let you fill in the blank. Let's get the show cracking. Happy birthday to today. Colin Firth is 60 years old. Tinker Tailor, Soldier, Spy, one of the greatest movies ever made. Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night, one of Ireland's great exports, by the way. Danny Hutton today is 78. Jethro Tull, drummer, Barrymore Barlow, is 71 years old. Guitarist Jose Feliciano, yeah, today is 75 years old. And I'm saving the best for last. Aerosmith guitarist Joe Perry today is 70. Holy crap. All right. On this day in history, 2008, scientists successfully flipped the switch for the first time on the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, kicking off history's biggest science experiment, opening up those portals, creating black holes right there at CERN. Fader fact. Okay, here we go. It's one of the best Fader facts I've ever done. And every night I think it's the best. Every night I think the Fader fact that I'm whipping out, this one tops them all. Well, tonight, this one tops them all. Naples, Italy is now logging pet dogs' DNA into a citywide registry. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, that's pretty cool. Dog gets lost. You know, there's a registry, DNA, dog gets stolen, you get, but right? That's no. Samples from piles of poo left on the street will be entered into the database and used to identify the dog's owner. The city will fine culprits $685 for each doo-doo. That's right. That's worse than facial recognition technology right there. Right there. Portland needs to outlaw that. That's insane. And that's your Fader fact, and it's vetted right now. $685, busted too. You know, you get the mail, opening it up, right? What? I got something from the city. Oh, okay. Open up. What? DNA test. your picture of Muffy. $685. Your kids are walking the dogs and they're not picking up, you know, after the dog, and they're coming back and they're lazy, and you get a bill in the mail for 6 poos. $4,000. Yeah. Right now in Naples, Italy. You know what they're giving up the dogs. I don't need them. You can take her. I'm done. I'm no longer a pet owner. Not paying this bill tonight. This is another Thursday. It is Fader night with open lines all night long. Okay. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. And right now I need to hit this River Moon coffee. Wash this down with your River Moon coffee. What is that? Is that pizza? I see the olives. I see mushrooms. I see sausage. I think I see a slice of pepperoni there. That looks pretty good. Oh, we're gonna have Italian tonight after the show. I'm just warming everybody up for that. It is ravioli, meat sauce, and mozzarella filled ravioli, and meatballs, and cheesy garlic toast. Yep, that's what's waiting for me tonight. So let's get to these phone calls. Let's blast through this show so I can get home and get her done. All right. River Moon Coffee, rivermooncoffee.com. Promo code F2B Blend, 15% off of your order today. You can also go to the Amazon store. It's right there. The banners are at jimmychurchradio.com. All right. That's a great idea. I hate going for a walk and seeing a great big steaming pile of crap just steaming away. Wow. Donnie had to put steaming in there twice on the sidewalk. I know, right? I know, right? Okay, so tonight is September 10th. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, we get to September 10th and we know that tomorrow is September 11th. That's how big of a date it is. September 11th. You get to September 10th, September 9th, you know, you're warming up to it, right? Oh, it's getting September 10th. The next day is September 11th. And that's tomorrow. And yes, there will be a day filled with video, comments made, memories recounted, guests on radio and TV reliving the day. It's going to happen. Tomorrow is September 11th. There will also be a flood of the different conspiracy theories around social media. That's going to be out there. There's going to be stuff on YouTube. It's strange how YouTube hasn't actually blocked 9/11 conspiracy videos, but you would think that would be its own category, right? That's where we got all of our news. That's where we got all our original conspiracy theories from, right? Yeah, Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Well, these conspiracy theories and series are still around because the questions have not been answered. For me, and I'm not going to recount memories. I'm not going to go through any of that right now. But for me, the moment that I started to feel strange was when I was alone in my office at HHB in Santa Monica right after 9/11. This is probably September 11th. This is like September 15th, 16th. And I was reading through the news on my computer. I'm alone in my office. Everybody had left for the day. The whole floor was empty. I'm in my office. I was the national sales manager. And I'm going through the headlines, reading everything out, just like everybody else was around the country. And I'm looking at the video in New York City and you know, and here I am late at the office. You know, I'm the only one there, so I'm a little creeped out about that. And you know, we were all tripping. And as I'm watching these videos, one after another, and the photographs of New York and the debris and the destruction and the fire department and the things and the fires and that, all that stuff that's going on. Right? Well, I read this headline, and the headline says, and I read the headline, it says, hijacker's passport found on a sidewalk in New York City. It was at that moment I knew something wasn't right. That headline, hijacker's passport found on a sidewalk in New York City. No. I'm looking at all of the debris, all the destruction and things, everything disintegrated and powdered and things, and nothing left. And all 2 buildings, 100 stories tall, just crumbled into dust. And they find the hijacker's passport. Come on, man. Shortly after that, when all of the flights, it was like the next day, you know, shortly after, this happened to me back to back. When all of the flights were grounded in the United States, no flights anywhere, everything grounded, no air traffic. I read a report that the only flight in the air at that point in all of the United States was a private jet with the Bin Laden family on its way to Saudi Arabia. And it was things like that. I mean, for me, at this point, everything just got a little bit stinky. These 2 facts, forget about everything else and my imagination and everything. I only needed these 2 things right there that smelled of a cover-up. Those 2 things right there were a real conspiracy. There is no way that was the passport was just found. No. I'm not buying it. Still don't. I just don't. Maybe they were just hijackers. Maybe they just the plane. Maybe they flew them in the plane. Maybe all of that really happened. But what didn't happen was his passport came out of that building after the fires and everything else and the destruction, everything, and his passport just bloop onto a sidewalk. Somebody looks down, sees it, picks it up, and goes, "Oh, no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was placed there and found with a story written about it, but that passport did not fall out of that falling building. It just didn't happen.
All right, so what story should I talk about? Oh, my hair's all fucked up. Hold on. Yeah. I'll try to think of a story that I can talk about. Oh, my fucking hair. Please, hair, don't fucking be that rude to me. Okay, don't be that fucking rude. It is though. Fucking being that rude. All right, there we go. Whatever. All right, so let's call this number. Talk about one of my stories. Serious stories, too. Serious ass shit, you know? Not a joke. Real fucking shit. Um, calling the radio show right now. God. My hair doesn't want to cooperate. God. Right. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. I have to get a fucking drink of coffee here, so let's do that first. Get some coffee. All right, good barking. Hi. Hi. Good barking. Apologize. My hair was just so fucking flipped out. All right. Okay, chill, 5. I'll be right back. I gotta piss. What, chill. Oh, my hair is fucking looking funny right there. So you won't hear me on air. But I am going on the radio. I'm going on Fade to Black show with Jimmy Church. Might take a while for this call because I waited a while before I called. But yeah, I'm about to go on the radio with Jimmy Church on Fade to Black. He's got like elevator music on. It's like a drumming assembly. Pretty good, kind of Africanish. Five, what are you doing? I wish I had two screens, one for his live show and then one for me. I'm going to try to figure that out next time. That way I could have him technically on, but I don't know. Then it would be a delay, so it would be confusing, so it probably wouldn't work. Oh, Five, what are you doing? 5. 5. Back hurts. Five. 5. Yeah, I'm about to go on the radio. Just chill. If you don't want to chill, spark out of here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just about to go on Jimmy Black. Jimmy Church. Um, it's a radio station. It's not the one I was on the other day. I don't have it up right now to show you guys. So, like, if you go to Fade to Black, eventually he's going to pick up my phone call and you'll hear me talk. There will be a delay, though. So, just to let you know, there will be a delay. From what you're hearing on the show, to what I'm saying, there'll be a delay. That's in case you say something, they can push a dump button on your ass. That's what that's all about. Sometimes you never know. I might be here for a while, but I've been here about 10 minutes already. Some callers got ahead of me because I didn't have the number with me. I'm smoking my weed like pipe tobacco. Found a black-eyed pea in my weed. Getting tired of hearing these bells and chimes on his fucking elevator music before he answers my fucking call. But hey, whatever. It's like racking my brains, these mallets that he's got on. The fucking elevator music. But he'll kick me in pretty soon, hopefully, with any luck. I'll get on air. I don't know what UFO encounter or circumstance or paranormal event I necessarily want to bring up. I had one that was probably UFO related, but I couldn't really put my finger on what happened. And then a couple other incidents. I know what I'll do. I'll tell them about the light shadow that I saw once, and with my friend. It was at night, and everything was dark except the shadow was light colored. Like as in it was only seeable because it was lit up somewhat, and it was about 12 feet. I'll just tell them when I get on the air. But it was about 12 feet up from us, so it was like walking up in the air above us and across, and I freaking stood up, stopped in my tracks, and I told my friend, "Did you see that?" And it kind of faded our way. We took off running, but that's not that in depth. It's not that in depth of a story, so I may not tell it. It just was really quick. Whatever happened there was just really brief. And he took off running too. He knew that he saw something up there. And you could tell whatever was walking, it had short hair. You could see that where there was supposed to be hair on there, you could see it. It was short though. So you could actually see the definition of where the hair was on this fucking light shadow. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Oh, dude, I almost lost that lighter. I can't believe somehow or another it fell off that way, which would mean on the ground way down below. But luckily, and when I say way down below, I mean I might as well be almost 3 stories up here. And instead, it fell on the outside, but when it came down, it somehow, and I don't know how, I guess it hit this pole. It bounced back into the area where the floor is. Voila! That's the kind of work a warlock does on the side. I mean, that fucker fell off going that way. And it somehow ended up back on the floor right in front of me. Coincidence or warlock? I mean, that was bizarre. I thought for sure I was going to have to go retrieve it down there in the dark. Well, I have a light back there, but that was humorous. Somehow it ended up coming back this way. Makes no physical sense. I guess there's this pole out here. It may have bounced into that and then just kind of like bounced back in. That's probably what happened. All right, I'm still waiting on Jimmy to answer. Just kind of hanging here. It's elevator music is really causing me some major, almost like a headache. But it's also this swaggy ass weed I got mixed with some trike. I mean, it's just one of those times where you just have to smoke some weed. You have to smoke whatever you got. And I just ran out of my next door neighbor's fine bud, and now I'm just smoking this shit again. And I know people are tuning in. They're going, why aren't you talking about what the title of your live stream is? It's because that's why you're even in here, because of the title. So does it even matter at that point? Unless you're a bitch and you want to talk to me? Well, then there. Yeah. Fucking say something then. Tell me you got nice nipples, nice tits, nice ass. Or shut up forever. I don't care. All right. So I'm waiting for this guy to answer. But yes, to have a real man, you actually have to someone's, is going to put everything out on the table, open book, and this is how I am, and you don't like it, split. That's how it works. Okay. Men control the scenarios, not women. Women's rights don't mean you control a man's life. All right. All right. But I'm waiting for him to answer right now. This music's really getting annoying. I wonder if I can browse this live stream while I'm online here, but I don't think I want to try that. Bill Doe, your warlock powers, huh? Okay. What are you talking about? I'm doing what I do. Stop smoking the shut and the shit. Just because I felt I like that name better than Fess Up McShooter. The underscore threw people off a little bit. So, and I don't think anyone out there has got a name like that. So I didn't really check, but thanks for coming in anyway. Oh, well, it's okay. Go to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church and you'll be able to keep up. That's what I'm got on these headphones for. You'll be able to hear the radio show I'm about to go on, Bill. If you do that, Fade to Black. You'll see it's kind of like a black and gray emblem, or icon when you look for it on YouTube. It's black and gray. It says Fade to Black. The host is Jimmy Church. This is the phone number. So that's how that goes. You can keep up if you listen to the radio program. I'm not even listening right now. I can't even hear them. What are you sipping? Got a little bit of a headache myself. What are you sipping? This? Something like that? Oh, whiskey and Coke. But you never know when someone says whiskey and Coke, you never know exactly what they mean. You know what I mean? Whiskey and Coke. Well, what else would I be drinking? Coca-Cola with whiskey. Nothing else. Man, your mind's in the gutter, boy. Maybe you should get a new job. No. Oh, okay. I haven't bought whiskey in many years. I don't even know. Maybe I did. I kind of forgot. No, actually, I did buy some whiskey just recently. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Alcohol content, as long as it doesn't do something that it shouldn't do when it goes in, then you're fine. It's just that some people are what they are referred to many a day as problemed drinkers, and they seem to be running rapid these days. Yeah, Jack does cost a lot. I mean, this is $40 in our store. I don't know how much I don't know how much this cognac is in another store. I forgot. It's been years since I bought cognac anyway. I mean, when I moved out here, I started drinking it again because my dad drank it. Yeah. I actually drink cognac now because my dad used to drink it. You know, I really never drank it steadily, except when I was in Las Vegas for a while. But that's how I got used to it too. More used to it than I was when I was younger. Oh yeah, I don't really care for beer. You know, I never could hold my stomach with beer, oddly enough, but with whiskey or cognac, I could hold it a little better. Yeah, for some reason, beer turns my stomach eventually, but like I can drink shitloads of whiskey and cognac all night long. It won't even cause my stomach to fucking get sick unless I drink too much at once. So I just have to just kind of drink it all night long and it slowly and it, well, not too slowly, but you know, slow enough and it won't bother me. But no, beer, shit, 1 6-pack later, I'm already considering, I'm starting to feel a little bit nauseous. Not bad, but you know, the beer flavor, the malt, I don't know what it is. The fucking hops, I don't know what it is about beer. Even the citrus beers don't make it any better. I don't know. I'm just not a beer drinker either. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Heartburn. Yeah. I always get it when I drink. Sometimes I'm not around anything to help it either. That's true, though. The heartburn, though, doesn't make me puke. That's the difference. Heartburn doesn't make me puke. It's beer flavor that makes me puke. It turns my stomach. I could sit here and drink this shit. I could probably drink a whole bottle of this in 7 hours, but mildly, you know, just sipping it. 7 hours, easy. And I wouldn't even know I drank a bottle of it. It'd piss out. So within a few hours, it'd be pissing out anyway. So, but I don't like to drink like that because then I start thinking about some of the people I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the salt sometimes. Okay. About to go on the radio. About to go on the radio. about to go on the radio. He's just getting back from a commercial. Cheers. Well, if you had called this number, you can get on. Bill? That's the phone number. He's about to answer me, too. I'm going to go on air, so you got to hold on. I'm going to have to go on the air here in a second. Did something happen here? Did it hang up on me? Might have hung up on me. Yeah, hung up on me. I don't care. He didn't hang up. He didn't hang up on me. My Wi-Fi did. My Wi-Fi on my fucking phone hung up on me. Well, that's okay. No, he didn't leave me hanging. The Wi-Fi has a tendency, that particular Wi-Fi calling program, a lot of them do, to hang up on you if you've been on hold for a long time. So it's not unusual, totally normal. He didn't do it though. It's okay. It's okay. I tried to hang. I knew my phone might do that too. And that's the problem with the Wi-Fi calling apps. They do that. So and also out here, guys, we're like a lot like the movie Red Dawn with, I guess Patrick Swayze was in that, and the dude from the old Greaser movie, he was in there. And but it's funny out here, people actually do act like that. They start howling like Wolverines, man. There's coyotes out here, but they howl like Wolverines out here. I ain't lying, man. They stopped, but when you guys, I don't know, whoever's in here, they were just doing it, but not as strong as sometimes. Anyway, guys, live stream's been on for 1 and 3, 4. I'm gonna head out. Just felt like doing a little live stream, and peace out.